WNBA, what do I always say? The gift that keeps on giving. And if there's anybody who is welcome to chime in and blast Cathy Engelbert and blast the WNBA for the
stunning news has absolutely shaken the WNBA world. The icon of modern basketball, Caitlin Clark, is making headlines, but this time, not by stepping into an arena. She's stepping onto the golf course, and she's not alone. Clark is joining one of the top golf tournaments in the world, Florida's LPGA Pro Am, alongside Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall. And guess what? The WNBA is in full-blown panic mode. Fans are calling it the biggest crossover in sports history, urging her to take charge. Because this isn't just a simple move, it's a powerful statement.
Clark is getting back on the golf course again this offseason, participating in the Annika golf outing. And she has a couple of caddies that are going to be taking the course alongside her in the form of Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall. Sophie and Lexi kind of called this shot, or especially Sophie did, back before when it was first announced that Caitlin was going to do this event.
Caitlin Clark just secured 2 caddies for her upcoming golf tournament, and one of them is none other than Sophie Cunningham. Before we dive into this wild turn of events, smash that like button if you're siding with Caitlin Clark. And drop your thoughts in the comments. Should she permanently leave the WNBA if golf brings her more love and respect? Now, let's get to the issue that's keeping Cathy Engelbert and the WNBA execs up at night.
But obviously this is the tournament Caitlin Clark's playing in, the golf tournament. So as you guys can see, Lexi Hall is in fact a guest caddy at this golf tournament, and Sophie Cunningham.
It all began when Caitlin Clark received an official invite from the LPGA to compete in the Annika Pro Am, one of the most prestigious tournaments on the planet. Nobody could have predicted what her next move would be. Right after getting the call, she picked up the phone and reached out to Lexi Hall and Sophie Cunningham. Her message was simple and powerful. Asterisk, let's show them what real respect is all about. Asterisk Golf had given her an open door, not just a chance to play, but a chance to be celebrated. Meanwhile, the WNBA had given her fouls, scorn, and cheap shots. Icons from the LPGA, including Tiger Woods, Annika Sorenstam, and Nelly Korda, welcomed her with open arms, even as WNBA pundits continued to tear her down. This young woman is special, they said. And the moment the news broke, chaos erupted. Panic spread throughout the WNBA offices as executives scrambled to figure out what had just happened.
On the golf course at Annika LPGA Pro Am. So here it says 2 fever teammates to caddy at the Annika Pro Am, highlighted by Caitlin Clark's return. Caitlin Clark will again tee it up with Nelly Korda, joined this year by fever teammates Lexi Hall and Sophie Cunningham as celebrity caddies. This is an article written by Scott Agg.
According to reports, Cathy Engelbert immediately called her legal team and demanded that Caitlin Clark reconsider. If you go to the LPGA, you'll break media contracts, she warned. Caitlin, however, remained steadfast. She simply grinned and replied, asterisk, you cannot stop me from shining. Asterisk, and just like that, the situation went nuclear. Fans began comparing the numbers, and what they found was shocking. Sponsorship money in golf had skyrocketed tenfold. Peer respect was off the charts. The LPGA was already preparing record-breaking coverage for her appearance, and viewership was soaring. The internet erupted when Caitlin was spotted practicing her swing alongside Nelly Korda in a leaked clip. In mere seconds, that perfect, clean, and powerful swing went viral. Commentators called it asterisk, the shot heard round the sports world. Asterisk, even LeBron James retweeted it, declaring that Caitlin is now in a league of her own. Meanwhile, Lexi Hall and Sophie Cunningham were right there behind her, supporting every move.
Golf debut, and it is no fault of hers that I got upset. It is the fault of the WNBA because the LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct in literally one day. So I talked about it in a previous video, how this Pro-Am event originally wasn't even going to be televised, but there were so many fans who were emailing the organization saying, how can we watch Caitlin? Can we come to the event? Can you live stream it? All of these things. And it ended up being put on television. And that was great. Fans were really excited about that. There was so much buzz online. She was trending on Twitter, all of the things. And the LPGA was promoting the crap out of this event. And they also did something really smart by pairing her up with their currently #1 golfer in the world. And her name is Nelly Korda. So there are photos of Caitlin and Nelly literally everywhere. And the LPGA was so smart in doing this because they knew that there would be so many eyeballs on Caitlin. So if they put their #1 golfer who...
With course intros and private plane arrivals, the LPGA rolled out the red carpet for Caitlin Clark. The crowd was roaring, something the WNBA had never managed to achieve. Meanwhile, a heavy silence hung over WNBA offices, according to sources. In a panic over this unprecedented player crossover, Cathy Engelbert called an urgent meeting with team owners. The question on everyone's mind: what's left for the WNBA if Caitlin, Sophie, and Lexi start attracting millions of golf fans? Sponsorships are freezing their deals, and ratings have plummeted by 27% this quarter. One insider even told ESPN that if Caitlin isn't back for 2026, the WNBA may not even survive.
Having Brianna and Carson joining Caitlin at the Annika is an opportunity for Gamebridge to showcase the variety in our sports sponsorship portfolio. In addition, as partners with the Indiana Fever, we look forward to welcoming Caitlin's teammates Sophie and Lexi to Tampa Bay to elevate and shine a spotlight on women's sports. Gamebridge is the presenting sponsor of the event, once again putting a spotlight on women's sports. The annual LPGA tournament features the world's best female golfers competing for a share of $3.25 million purse and proceeds benefiting the Annika Foundation. For Clark, Hall, and Cunningham, it's a chance to strengthen connections across women's sports while continuing.
Across women's sports, Caitlin Clark is making waves, but she's seeking peace, not drama. Asterisk, golf gave me what the WNBA took away, respect. Asterisk, she told her entourage. And that statement hit harder than any buzzer beater she's ever made. The LPGA has now confirmed record pre-sale ticket numbers, with the majority of fans citing Caitlin Clark as their main reason for attending. People are flying in from other states, even other countries, just to watch her swing. Insider leaks suggest that brands have already lined up proposals totaling over $100 million, and according to rumors, Caitlin, Sophie, and Lexi are even organizing their own charity event on top of it all.
Video of the fans cheering, her signing things, taking photos, their players hanging out with Caitlin, and obviously they're showing their golfers as well. But Caitlin Clark is all over this. And this was the perfect opportunity for the WNBA to do, like, have you seen it when an NBA player or a football player goes to an NBA game or goes to...
Across the globe, sports are gaining icons as the WNBA faces the loss of its stars. This is the question everyone is asking. Will Caitlin Clark's WNBA career be over, or is something even bigger about to begin? Why would she return to basketball after experiencing golf's love, respect, and billion-dollar focus? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Caitlin give the WNBA one last chance, or stay in golf for good? And because this story has just taken a dramatic turn, share this video if you believe respect matters more than simply following the rules. This is where the tale grows larger than a single golf tournament. Caitlin Clark has proven, once again, that greatness cannot be confined to one arena, one role, or a single expectation. From the very first time she stepped onto a basketball court, she carried a level of passion, effort, and connection that few athletes can match.
There's Caitlin Clark with Nelly Korda, who, was impressed with Caitlin's poise on the golf course last year, even with the crowds, and said she got into women's basketball because of Caitlin. Sophie Cunningham says, Caitlin Clark need a couple of caddies. Lexi Hall with the smiling face or whatever that is and some beer cheers. And Lexi Hall says, sign us up. And you thought that was the end of it, right? At least I did. I did not think we'd be revisiting that. Just felt like the cute little remnants of the Instagram comments section. But It is actually.
And now, as she steps into the world of golf, Caitlin brings that same spark and energy with her. The reactions we're witnessing, the excitement, the awe, the celebration, aren't just about a sport, a tournament, or even a crossover event. It's about recognition of talent, recognition of hard work, and above all, recognition of value. Sports are built on stories, and Caitlin Clark's journey is quickly becoming one of those legendary tales that transcends boundaries. She's proving to the world that an athlete doesn't need to be confined to a single path, category, or league to make an impact. Caitlin is showing that greatness resides in the person, not the environment.
Also have the GOAT, Caitlin Clark, bringing Lexi Hall and Sophie Cunningham along for the ride as golf caddies at her golf tournament.
Whether on the hardwood of a basketball arena or the quiet greens of a golf course, her presence alone inspires people to watch, to feel, and to truly connect. And that is a quality that cannot be taught. It is earned through years of hard work, discipline, and unwavering self-belief. Her decision to participate in the LPGA Pro-Am alongside teammates like Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall demonstrates something even deeper: unity.
Now taking her talents to the golf course, where she will join Clark for the Annika Pro-Am tournament next week. Unlike Clark, however, Cunningham will not play in the tournament. She and Fever teammate Lexi Hall have committed to be Clark's guest.
When female athletes support one another instead of competing for limited attention, their influence grows, their reach expands, and their voices become louder. Their teamwork sends a powerful message to young athletes everywhere. You don't have to be alone to be strong. You can build together, shine together, and rise together. Perhaps that is the most important part of this moment. Not the event itself, but the meaning behind IT. IT proves that women's sports are evolving. They are no longer confined. The world is ready to celebrate skill, personality, leadership, and pure passion across all arenas. Fans have responded with enthusiasm, excitement, and unwavering support, and that support isn't tied to a league, a brand, or a single contract. It's tied to Caitlin Clark herself, to her story, her grit, and her spirit. Now, the real question isn't whether Caitlin Clark will stay in basketball or continue exploring golf. It's what she will redefine next.
Clark has opened up the opportunity for both Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall to be a part of this huge non-basketball event. So again, when you talk about Caitlin Clark opening things up for other people, it's not just on the basketball court. That is the kind of...
The real question is, are we ready to support her wherever her journey takes her? Athletes don't become icons by staying in one place. They become icons by growing, evolving, learning, and pushing past the boundaries placed around them. Caitlin's story is still being written, and this chapter is just the beginning of something bigger, more meaningful, and enduring. Whether she returns to the basketball court next season or continues building this incredible bridge into the world of golf, one thing is certain: she has earned the respect, admiration, and loyalty of millions, and respect is far more valuable than any award, trophy, or stat sheet. Respect lasts. Respect inspires the next generation. As this new chapter unfolds, let us support her, praise her, and lift her up. Greatness isn't defined by a single sport. It's defined by how bravely someone pursues their passion and how deeply they move others along the way. Thank you for watching. Thank you for backing women's sports, and remember, this journey is only just beginning. Stay inspired, stay curious, and support the athletes bold enough to forge their own path, no matter where it leads.